For this one, we have this sneaky little concept called balance. Balance is all about establishing equilibrium between two extremes. So if you think about it, every single thing exists on this universal law that we call polarity. So, you know, for sadness, you have happiness. For feminine, you have masculine. For up, down, left, right, north, west, north, south, angry, calm, night, day, you know, you get the drift. Okay, and then this goes as well for the way that we function about our lives. So one of the things that very much throws off balance is, you know, trauma and stress. So the nervous system is actually designed to keep us in equilibrium. It's actually within its intelligence to do that for us. But what stops us from having balance is this. So we'll often think our way out of equilibrium. And because we are so powerful, especially some of us who very much live in our heads, we can definitely override any body signal that wants to bring us back to equilibrium. And once that happens, you push, eventually, just like a rubber band, you know, it snaps back and off you go over here, shoot all the way down the other end. And then, you know, it takes a lot of effort to unwind and then sort of get back to the middle. So people do this with weight loss and weight gain and with training mostly. So, you know, we train hard, and we don't take a rest, for example, or we diet, and we don't refeed, you know, so that's kind of the most practical way I can explain that as far as health and well-being is concerned. Oh, and we also do it with food. So, you know, too much clean eating. We're only going to eat clean, and then boof, in comes all the junk food because you've gone too far in one direction and all you've done is actually built up a craving for the other. So every diet needs a refueling period. Every training program needs a deload week. That's why universities have holiday periods. That's why schools have holidays. It's so you can take some time out. You know, so back to the problem, which is that up here, we're told what we should have in order to be successful and happy. And it has nothing to do with balance. So that involves things like a big house, a brand new electric car, 3 kids. And those kids must be healthy, happy, and well-rounded. We must not smoke, drink, or take drugs. You must exercise frequently. You should be a really good friend. You should probably never get angry. And it'd be great if you didn't have like depression, anxiety, or any other problems that annoys other people. So we're supposed to cook healthy meals, stay on top of the kids' homework, be emotional available for the kids, keep them off all the screens, remember all their friends' names, buy all their friends' presents, buy all of our friends' presents because there's, you know, every weekend a new event that requires a present, work 40 hours a week, and, you know, you get the picture. Like, it's exhausting just to think about all of those different things. So when we strive for everything, what falls away is our health and our happiness, our self-care and our relaxation. So you will have noticed that a lot of things I listed off are largely things that we strive to have, but we might not really know why we're striving to have them. So in order to have balance, it's very important to really sit down and think like, what's important to me? Because I can't achieve every single thing that this corporate world is telling me to achieve. It's not possible for me to do that and maintain my health, my happiness, and my balance, and my quality of life. So do I really need a big house? You know, am I okay with 3 bedrooms? Do I need to have 2 sitting rooms or am I okay with 1? Do I need an electric car or can I just drive a $10,000 car around? You know, do I need to have a child or do I actually not want one? Do my kids need to go to a private school or is a public school okay? You know, I'm just throwing things out there. So it's very important to have a look, what is most important to you? Do I need to reach the top of the corporate ladder or am I actually happy where I am? You know, why am I striving for the things I'm striving for? It's very important to kind of establish this really nice relationship with yourself where you understand what's important. So for me personally, I got chronic fatigue syndrome because of this exact reason. I had no balance. You know, I was being an athlete, I was running a full-time business. I also had a full-time fashion business on the side. I had toxic relationships and I have no idea where they were coming from, but they were causing me stress. I had not dealt with any childhood issues. You know, I was always studying, and on top of that, you know, in my full-time job, I strived to be absolutely perfect. You know, and I was paying my mortgage off, I wanted a new car, I wanted to go on holidays. There was just too much going on. You know, so my nervous system collapsed and I got chronic fatigue syndrome. And now, like 7 or 8 years later, I know what's important to me. 1, my business, you know, but I don't have to be perfect. I've actually pulled back from probably 250% to 100. You know, and I actually feel 1,000 times better. I was going way too hard and people weren't even able to assimilate all of the stuff I was throwing at them because I was just going too hard. You know, I exercise 4 times a week. I don't push myself beyond that. I have balance. So if I want to eat ice cream, I eat ice cream. And another thing being, you know, because I have a business and this is my number one focus, my business is my baby. I don't have kids and I don't have a relationship because I don't prioritize those things. If I wanted them, you know, I'm going to have to pull back on the business a little bit. That's all about having balance. I learned that the hard way, so that's why I'm sharing this with you. My clients are the same. You know, it's all about saying, why are you changing jobs? Are you changing jobs just because you want to put that on Instagram, or you actually want a different job? You know, why are you doing a bodybuilding comp? Is that because you just want that to be your profile picture, or do you actually want to be a bodybuilder? Because it's a very involved process. And while you're being a bodybuilder, you really can't be anything else. There is no balance in that. So yeah, same for weight loss. Do you really need to get down to have a 6-pack, or can you just lose 10 kilos and leave it at that, you know? So always remember, when you push yourself too hard in one direction, it is going to bounce back. So you want to ask yourself the following questions. 1, what does balance look like to me? 2, how do I want to live? And what do I have to do to go about that? 3, where am I pushing too hard and where can I pull back? And am I pushing hard for something that is not really meant for me? And 4, am I doing what really resonates for me deep down in my soul? Or am I just doing what society is telling me to do? So if you think about it like that, it should help you start to flick away a few of those, you know, extra little things. On the note of, does it really ring true to me? You know, I have a lot of clients and friends and stuff who say, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I like to do. Well, it's all about experimentation. It's all about working that out. And when your lifestyle is not balanced and you're so busy trying to achieve everything all at once, it's actually impossible to work out who you are. So sometimes you've actually just lost connection with yourself because you're so caught up trying to achieve everything that you've been told to achieve or that society deems as successful. So just remember, at the end of the day, you determine what success looks like. Success might just be a small house with a little yard and a veggie garden, 2 kids and a public service job. Maybe you want to work at a cafe. Maybe you don't have to go any further than a Woolworth checkout. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if that feels like balance for you, that's it. You're done. So that's balance. Always something really good to strive for, and I'll see you in the next video.